Good morning, dear students, and warm welcome to our 27th online e-commerce class. And this is our last session in this semester, that is e-commerce open course class. Today, I continuing our discussion about the biometrics. We already discussed about biometrics in last session. So, what is meant by a biometrics? So, it is a solution against the security or the threats which are faced by using our electronic payment or the online payment system. So, biometrics refers to the automatic identification or identity verification of living persons using their inducing physical features. What are the physical features? Like the face, eyes, teeth, ears, etc. or behavioral factors. What are the behavioral factors? Like the voice, signatures or typing styles, etc. So, these are the features to be verified by the biometrics, that is the physical features as well as the behavioral features. So, in this the detailed study about the biometrics, there are three components which are included in the biometrics verification. What are they? A reader or scanning device is to be maintained by the authorities for the biometrics. Then the second one, there must be a software, the software that converts the scanned information into digital form and compares match points. That is the second component. And the third one, a database that stores the biometric data for the comparison. So, these are the components which are related to the biometrics. First one, a reader, that is a device or the digital device. Second one, a software. The software converts the data into a digital form. And the third one, that is the database, that is the storing facilities. It stores the biometrics for the comparison or the verification by the authorities. So, these are the three components which are included in the biometrics. Then next topic we must study in this session, that is the last topic of this e-commerce subject, that is what are the different types of biometrics. We already discussed different things to be verified while using our biometrics measurement. So, an understanding of both biometrics in general and specific biometric technologies, it is necessary condition for a solid understanding of the larger social implication of the biometrics. So, types of biometrics means that sometimes it is a signature or hand geometry or keystroke dynamics, fingerprints or face or any other things. These to be verified. Depending upon these, the biometrics is divided into different types. First one, that is the first type of biometrics, that is the signature. The most familiar biometric to us, that is the signature. In the traditional time, the signature is in a written form. But in the modern times, by using the electronic payment, we use the digital signature. So, our ability to judge by sight if one signature matches another has made this a time proven and legally binding biometric. However, by sight alone, most of us cannot recognize the pressure of the pen on the paper or the speed and the rhythms of its traverse of the page. That is an important identification point, the pressure of the pen and the speed or the rhythm of writing or giving the signature. So, computers can do all these things and quantify as well as analyze and compare each of these properties to make signature recognition with the biometric technology. They can easily verify and identify the pressure of the pen or the speed and the rhythms. So, a signature based biometric system could mimic our current legally customary acceptance of a signature to simultaneously convey both identity and authority. So, the digital signature is verified by giving a convenience both the identity and the authority of the signature which is put by the person, by the authorities, that is the centralized authorized persons. So, this is a first type of biometrics, that is the signature. And the second one, that is keystroke dynamics. The rhythm with which one type at a keyboard are sufficiently distinctive to form the basis of the biometric technology known as keystroke dynamics. So, the keystroke dynamics, a keyboard which are sufficiently distinctive from one form to another. So, while distinct keystroke dynamics are not sufficiently unique to provide identification, but it can be used to confirm a user's identity. The identity is to be verified by the authority. So, the keystroke dynamics, unlike other biometric technologies, what is the identification specialty of the keystroke dynamic? It is 100% software based and it just requires a home computer to operate it. That is the main feature of the keystroke dynamic. So, it is 100% software based and it can be convenient to use in your home computer also. What is the reason? Because deployment is occurring in fairly low stake. That is an important reason to use the keystroke dynamics. So, this is the second type of biometrics. And the third one, that is the hand geometry. Hand geometry type of technology or the biometrics, that is the third type, which is most popular one. Perhaps the most popular electronic biometric system are hand geometry based technology. So, in the hand geometry based system requires the subject to place his right hand on a plate where it is photographically captured and measured. The place where the right hand on a plate, that plate is used by the photographically captured and measured by the authorities. So, mode of 27 bonds and a complex web of interconnected joints and in our muscles and tendons, the human hand presents a sufficiently peculiar conformation of anatomical features to enable the authentication and the identity, but is not considered sufficiently unique to provide full identification. So, our muscles or the joints or the tendons is to be compared with the others. Further, the geometry of the hand is variable over time as hand shape may be altered sometimes after the age difference. It is to be changed due to the injury also, disease and the aging or the dramatic weight swings also. When the weight of the human beings is increasing and the shape or the of the bonds or the muscles is also to be weakened or strengthened. So, a simple hand geometry system will measure the length and the thickness of digits, width of the palm at various points and the radius of the palm also. It is to be verified or compared by using the biometrics technologies. This result in a relatively simple identification that can be expressed in a very simple compact string of the data. So this is the procedure which are used by the hand geometry based technology biometrics. So in this case, we mainly concentrate the 27 bonds which are included in our joints, muscles and the tendons. The shape or the length or the width of these things is to be verified for the authenticity and identity of the different persons. Then the fourth type of biometrics, that is the fingerprint. Our fingerprinting is a highly familiar and well established biometric science. For this technology, our fingerprinting techniques is applied for identifying or the authenticity of the features of different persons. The traditional use of fingerprinting, of course, has been as a forensic criminological technique used to identify perpetrators by the fingerprints. That is, in the all traditional period, the scientific or the forensic criminological method is used by the biometric study. But the fingerprints leave behind these in the traditional times, that is only for the criminal scenes or to identify the criminals. But in today's after the technology is developed, after that the scientists compare a latent sample left at a crime scene against a non-sample taken from a suspect. So this comparison uses the unique features of any given fingerprint, including what are the things included in the fingerprint, that is the overall shape and the pattern of the ridges, valleys and their bifurcations and the terminations to establish the identity of the perpetrator. So all the things which are included in your fingerprint, sometimes it is a shape or the pattern or the valleys or the terminations, etc. of a perpetrator is to be identified by the authorities. So in this context of modern biometrics, these features called the fingerprint minutiae, the ridges or the valleys or the shape or the bifurcations or the termination, it is called by the name fingerprint minutiae. These fingerprint minutiae can be captured, analyzed and compared electronically by using the electronic technique. We compare, and with the correlations drawn between a live sample and the reference sample. What is the meaning of correlation? That is the relation between two factors which are to be used for the research. The comparison factors taken for the correlation, that is the live sample and the reference sample. Live sample means that is the physical samples which are stored in your biometrics machine, and the taken sample, that is the reference sample, is compared with the live sample, that is and make a correlation between the live sample and the reference sample. It is a statistical measurement, that is known as correlation, for the measuring the relationship between two factors, that is known as correlation. It is a statistical technique. So as with the other biometric technologies, we apply this correlation method to compare and identify the authenticity and the identity of separate fingerprints. So fingerprints offer tremendous invariability, changing only in size with the age, is highly resistant to modification or the injury, and very difficult to forge in any useful way. So this is about the fingerprint type of biometrics. So in this case, we only comparing and identify the fingerprints of the living sample, that is the actual human beings fingerprints, that is to be stored in the biometrics machines, and the reference sample to verify the positive ID of or the negative ID of the perpetrator. Okay. The fifth one of the type of biometrics, that is the facial recognition. The factors which are included in our face is to be recognized for the authentication and identity of the person. So, in this case, the facial recognition remains one of the more controversial biometric technology. It is a controversial one. With good cameras and good lighting, a facial recognition system can sample faces from tremendous distance without the subject's knowledge or the consent. If the camera which is used, it is a bad one, and the lighting facility which is required at the time of taking a photo by using the camera, it will give a different identification, different authenticity. So, the facial recognition, we must have a good camera and good lighting facility. So, the facial geometry analysis works by taking a non-reference point and technically qualified or able talented person take the facial photo by using a good camera and applying the good lighting facilities. For example, the distance from eye to eye and measuring the various features of the face. There are different factors or different parts included in our face: eyebrows, eyes, nose, lips, like. These features are measured by the facial recognition. So, the distance from eye to eye and the distance and angles from this reference point is to be considered while taking this verification point. So, comparison uses a palette of about 150 facial abstractions and compares the captured face with these archetypical or abstract faces. And in laboratory settings, facial recognition results are excellent, but critics have questioned the effectiveness and the efficiency of the technology in real world circumstances. The facial recognition technology proponents claim good performance even against disguises, weight changes, aging, or the changes in hairstyles or facial hair. So, these are the factors give an different interpretation of the person. If your hairstyle is changing, or if your weight is increasing, or the identity at the time of the 16-year-old and 60-year-old is give a different interpretation or different physical appearance. This appearance is also to be included or considered at the time of using our facial recognition. So, the abstract face which are stored in the biometrics, and it is the physical or the reference sample which is taken for the comparison or the identity, sometimes it is to be changed because of these reasons, that is the disguises or the weight changes or the aging or the changing in the hairstyle or the facial hair. So, these are the things to be included in the procedure of verification or the identity or the authenticity or the integrity of the measurement by using these facial recognition biometrics. And the next one, that is the eye biometrics. In the case of eye biometrics, we use the iris and the retinas. What is the meaning of iris? That is the colored part visible at the front of the eye. In the front of the eye, which color we can see, that is the iris. Then what is meant by the retina? In the case of the retina, the thin film of nerve ending inside the eyeball that capture the light and send it back to your brain. After receiving in your the nerve, and the identification which is received after it goes to our brain and give a representation, it is black or white or orange or green, blue, or the different blues or the different reds. It is to be identified by using our retinas. So, in this case of eye biometrics, we use the iris and the retinas. So, the human eye offers two features with excellent properties for the identification, both the iris and the retinas. It provides patterns that can uniquely identify an individual. The retinal scanning is the ordered technology and requires the subject to look into a reticle and focus on a visible target while the scan is completed. It is definitely one of the more intrusive biometric technology. Iris recognition has an advantage. What is the advantage? That is, it can use in that it merely requires the subject to look at a camera from a distance of 3 to 10 inches, that is a measurement. While you going to a passport office or in your airport terminal, while they identify the eye biometrics, you are using the eye biometrics, you will keep a distance of 3 to 10 inches. At that time, they can identify or compare your eye, that is the iris and the retinas. So, iris recognition has an advantages in ease of use in that it merely requires the subject to look at a camera from a distance of 3 to 10 inches. Okay. The iris scanner illuminate the iris with invisible infrared light, which shows details on darker colored eyes that are not visible to the naked eye. The pattern of the lines and the colors on the eyes are as with other biometrics and analyzed, digitized and compared against a reference sample for the verification purpose. So, by using the eye biometrics, we give a reference sample which is compared by the authority, which is included in their storage facility, that is the biometric device. The pattern of the lines and the colors in the eye, it is to be compared, analyzed, digitized and give a positive ID or the negative ID after the identity parade or the authenticity verification and the integrity verification. So, this is about the eye biometrics, that is the using of the iris and the retina. And the last one, that is the voice verification. In the case of the voice verification, while we talking, there is a rhythm and there is a length and width in your voice, and there is a pressure also. So, to identity of a person can also be verified with his voice. All persons' voice is in different style and different rhythms and different volumes also. So, it is very difficult problem for computers to identify the voice of a person, and very much a difficult task to verify the voice of different persons. The prospect of accurate voice verification offers one great advantage. So, prospect of accurate voice, the verification will give a good advantage for giving an authenticity and integrity of a good biometrics. So, it would allow a remote identification using the phone system or the microphone system without any additional cost. Does not charge any additional cost for the voice verification. No special reader needs to be installed in your home devices like the desktop computer or the laptops or the tablets. Even without the font system, the sampling apparatus, even a microphone system is also to be utilized by the authorities for the voice verification. It remains far cheaper than competing with the other biometrics, largely optically based biometric technologies. So, this is about the voice verification. So, the identity of the person and the depth of the person for the positive ID and the negative ID, which is used by the biometrics, that is the rhythm or the volume or the style of the voice. It is verified by the authority using a cheaper device like a phone or a microphone. So, easily they can identify the authority and the integrity of the voice from one person to other by using these biometric technologies. So, these are the 7 type of biometrics is to be selected for identifying for the biometrics of the by using the physical and behavioral characters of all individuals. So, I complete my portion after discussing these different types of, that is the 7 types of biometrics. So, the biometrics is a solution for solving the threats which are faced by our personal life, daily life. While using our online payment system, we already discussed what are the meaning of the biometrics and the technologies applied in the case of the biometrics, that is the physical factors and the behavioral factors. And the physical factors and the behavioral factors like the face, eyes or the signatures and the styles, voice, etc. is discussed, and we already discussed the components and the types of the biometrics also. So, our last module also completed in this session. So, with the blessings of the Almighty, we can successfully complete our this online classes of this semester, that is the open course e-commerce subject. Thanks for your kind cooperation of all students, and I wish you a good success and score a good marks. Study well, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.